Okay. Alright, I got my tea. Feeling refreshed. Got some sleep last night. And I've been craving some Mystery Heroes. Yeah, I was debating whether or not to play some more puzzly games this morning. I wanted to play a little bit of Myst, but I think just right now, one of the things I'm starting to understand with starting out as a streamer is that it feels like long-time streamers have a lot of muscle. Like, they built up a lot of endurance, and a lot of things may flow a little bit easier for them because they put in that time. For me, it's really difficult to be playing something and kind of vocalizing what I'm actually doing or vocalizing some thought process. It's difficult to do those things with a more complex game. And even though I love games like Myst and Portal and the types where you have to interact with the environment and solve puzzles, it's not something I can do while streaming, at least not now. So I thought I might make it easier for myself this morning to play some Mystery Heroes.
Welcome to Oasis.
I also wanted to... The thing that popped up in my mind this morning was, I kind of feel like the next time I stream, I should talk a little bit about...
5, 4, 3, 2,
about
1.
maybe how I got into watching streamers.
Hiya!
Come here and get stabilized.
Actually, the first time I started out watching, yeah, I'm gonna die, so.
Get over here and heal up.
Thank you!
I'm gonna die. Why is Sombra's thing still? I should be taking care of that Pharah, that's my bad.
Patched up.
Yeah, the first time I started watching anything like remotely close to like
Team, heal up here.
live streaming. Where is? Sorry, my bad, my bad. See, like, my job as soldier was to take care of that Pharah. Because I have the hit skin. That was absolutely my bad.
Genji is with you.
Ever get that feeling, deja vu?
Hey there.
Barrier consider violence for that. I've reached the objective. Let's coordinate. This is
Shit! I was watching Smash Brothers tournaments, honestly. This was back a few years ago, back when Melee
Never
was
stop fighting for what
starting
you
to boom.
believe in.
And this was the height of the Smash Brother gods playing. So it was like Mango, Armada. This was even like I think this was just before Legend got started getting popular as well. So it was just like it was a beautiful time to watch tournaments because everything was so like it felt like every major was so hype. Anything could have happened. Yeah, it was just like it was amazing to watch games and because the gods have such different personalities. Like if you take a look at Hungrybox and Mango and Armada, they all are sort of Mewtwo King. They're all just very different. So it felt kind of like a fighting game, like a Street Fighter 2 fighting game level. Whereas like these characters are so different, but like each are viable in their own way to actually like win a major. It was just really fun to watch. And I'm dead. Oh boy. I didn't get into watching live streamers until a little bit later. Or like single streamers. And I think, what was the first thing I watched? I don't want to say it's offline TV, but it could have been, honestly.
This is not your time. Healing stream engaged.
Yeah, it's hard to remember what my first streamer was.
Let me go.
Shit. Yeah, that's...
Let's get you back in the fight. Help me.
My goal here is just to make sure that it's Bastion.
Activating the barrier.
Bastion surviving is very important.
Get into position.
Because like Bastion, like unfortunately with these for the other team,
Best round. One.
like it's gonna rip through all their tanks. Especially on this map, you have a central pillar, so the tanks don't have
1-0.
great positioning abilities in which they can take out,
One shot. One kill.
I guess, protect their troops and take out the Bastion without getting
Don't worry about it.
getting destroyed, basically.
I'll just recall.
So keeping that Bastion alive there was very important. Yeah, so streamers I think are very interesting because, I don't know, maybe a transition from me liking to watch the late night talk show hosts back when they were relatively popular. I watched like Jimmy Kimmel and Conan.
I'll capture this objective myself by heart.
So I think it's like a combination of just like very chill humor. Like it's different. Oh my god, that was really double cover, guy.
Heroes never die. Felt it in my hands.
Let them out!
Felt good when I woke up.
Doesn't matter. I'm not really great as a Widowmaker. I'm happy I got even that initial kill. So I think I like the chill type of humor. Like, I would call it friend humor. Streamers are entering that territory of like, get screwed. Shit. They rolled us. I guess that's doing well.
Only through conflict can we evolve.
Teleporter online. We move quickly.
Alright, with Doomfist, it's about just getting picks. What the? Why was I not on? Oh, boy. I can measure a lot of my technical, like the differences between PS4 and console versions, like I guess my deficiencies. Like Doomfist, I'm relatively comfortable with the controller, so I can see like the big
I have big guns for you.
differences. This was a mistake. That was absolutely a mistake on my part. I should have come back. And that Mercy should not have even tried. Oh my
One
gosh.
shot.
Widowmaker.
One kill.
The teams are actually pretty even. I think
Justice rays from above.
they take out the Pharah. I'm dead.
Justice.
I am taking the objective. Join me.
Oh, we're not going to start yet. What?
Score 1-1.
So, what could I have done better on that match?
Come on, let's bring it together.
I think Torbjorn, me keeping Torbjorn alive would have been helpful in my,
No more messing.
would have been helpful.
All systems operational. Ready for combat.
I think that's like the big mistake that I could tell. Alright, so I think it's E. I'm supposed to do this.
3, 2,
And then follow.
round 3. Capture the objective.
Feel the healing beat.
Alright. Sit in the tank.
You hear that?
The objective is now
Shit. Okay, I'm screwed.
Push on. Somebody on the objective.
Alright, we should be able to take this. Shit. What happened? I gotta keep Lucio alive. Lucio's very important.
Reinhardt at your service.
Securing the objective. Thank you.
Don't worry, my friends.
You trying to be scary? Nah.
Get screwed.
No one can hide from my sight.
Shit. He's going in. Wait. I'm surprised we survived that.
Nothing's gonna stop.
I think it's a good tactic. Sometimes you'll find some people, when they're on Sombra, they'll just keep on booping. It is very annoying and very effective.
Oh, hey, that's not
Let's
right.
get
you healed up.
And you'll see that Sombra's going after me, which is smart move, because I'm doing it good. And I just saved his butt. Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
I'm gonna die here. Unfortunate, but
Personality synchronization 100%. Good to be back.
we did enough. Like, as long as... Oh, okay. That Mercy really needs to be on top of our team. And the fact that we don't, let's run away.
Lifting off.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Such potential.
Stabilizing system core.
And we have no tanks. No tanks, no healers. We're... Basically, it's just about getting picks. Take caring of a few people. In this situation, it's good to, like,
I am
go
claiming the
after
objective now.
the different...
Beam activated. Target destroyed.
Armed and ready. Enemy turret ahead. Ana checking in. Open our attack.
Come on. Oh my god, we could have taken it.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
I don't know how that Torbjorn was able to hold up. I don't know what our team was doing, because it seemed like we got a lot of picks. Alright. Yes, we got a couple tanks here.
Barriers unstable.
Victory.
The game, Corzilla, Gearside did, or no, Zed and Corzilla that did well.
Play of the game.
But yeah, friendship humor. Like, streamers are really good at friendship humor, which is like the type of humor that you would get by being around. Oh, did Zengekko get a lot of kills? 6,000 is okay. I'm going to say Zengekko. I'm going to give him a gold too. But yeah, when you're in a group of friends that make like dumb, low effort jokes, I think streamers are really good at that. And I think female streamers too, because a lot of people, I'm not going to say this is like, I'm not going to generalize, but I guess I am generalizing a little bit. I think a lot of guys watch female streamers because it's like that nice combination of like, okay, well, I'm here for humor, but also the cute girl antics. So it's like the combination of the two. So a lot of female streamers, in terms of like just what they present online, they're like, it's like basic, not basic. It's
Don't make it personal.
I guess what I was trying to say is basically what a lot of, I would say a lot of introverted guys particularly, what they look for in a girlfriend. I think ideally for me, based on my preferences, I would love to be in a relationship where we could just chill and just, you know, make small jokes and do our own thing. Like me just like being on the computer, either playing games or doing homework. And same thing with them. And just like chill in a room and just be kind of content with that. Be able to create entertaining conversations. I think that's like, it's for a lot of guys, a lot of girls who are introverted, that's kind of what they want. So yeah, in terms of holding choke points, like this is a very important choke point to hold. There's like two up there. One, the main door in front. This little side area. So in terms of like actually, in terms of like holding chokes, like you want to go back a little bit here if you're not comfortable enough in your team defending itself, which I'm not. Like the other team could like route and take care of us. And yeah, like they're pushing forward. There's a Genji that can move forward here, but I'm gonna die soon. What are you doing? And he came in a little too close. Maybe he was baiting me, but I don't know, that was very risky. Wow, I can't believe that could be reflected.
My ultimate is charged.
Shit. Yeah, I have to back off here because, yeah, good job, Nate. All my job is to do is absorb damage, and my team is doing such a good job at DPSing, because usually I'm with people that aren't able to get the picks while I'm like absorbing the blows, and I'm not doing. I would say I'm doing it just okay. Okay at tanking right now. It's really, I think the DPS people on my team are really carrying. They're doing a really good job. Well, thanks for the boot, whoever that was. That actually saved me. Shit. Shit. Alright. Let's get heals. Then I have my ults.
Push off.
someone took care of our Bastion. The Sombra. So they want to move forward and hold this choke point, which I agree, but the Sombras want to. There's already. It's hard to tell. Best in this situation. To get hits if I can. And to disorient the enemy. Because the best thing you can do as the attacker in this situation where there's not a lot of time, group up. Always group up and then charge. So if you get picks, a lot of times they'll rush without holding back. So if we got like, even like 2 picks, that significantly would have helped in terms of holding them off. But I mean, they made a last-ditch effort. They grouped up pretty well. I think we only got 1 pick. So with the team of 5, they were able to like push on forward. Yeah, they're pairing me up with, or a little too. Hanzo's very scary, honestly. In this situation, I should back off. Wait, where? Oh, they had 2 people already all back there.
That should be better.
And it sucks, right? I think Torbjorn's really good on this map because there's a lot of... It's long and there's a lot of curves. So... I agree with Smoking Panda. But... this is an example. I don't think Smoking Panda did necessarily over-communicate. So like with the thing I found out is that like people who like just spam messages, it actually is like it's actually worse. You just spam like one thing, like oh I need to healing or group up. The problem is over communication interrupts interrupts like your thinking, because one of the things that people kind of lose sight of is that as an individual player, you're thinking about like you're multitasking and thinking about like a dozen different things, well maybe half a dozen different things.
Give me your best shot.
Alright, 1 pick, 2 picks. Yeah, it's really hard for the attackers to do. Yeah, they're baiting. Yeah, so in terms of like shit. Oh my god. Yeah. The attackers are doing a really good job of grouping, using their ults together. A lot of lower level players, like I said before, I want to finish that thought. But over communicating is like one of the worst things you can do for your team, because you are just distracting them from what everybody wants to win. And communication should be used as like a reminder of like, okay, well, hey, don't get caught up in emotions. We should regroup together. Oh, Lucio's going to be really good here. And people who spam it are more like they're not in control of their emotions, which is a bad sign that they're not able to actually, like, they're actually players that don't do well because they can't handle stress. That's fine. So my job as Lucio isn't even to get picks here. It's just increase the life span of all these characters. And this guy's so dumb. Like, what was he expecting? As a tank, he should have been out in the main lanes. Like, going around the back, like, that's DPS, like, the DPS's job. I need to stand back. Nice. Yeah, our team is a little too put together for them to, like, rush in. But, like, the other team's doing a good job, too. They're saving their ults. That Mercy was a little bit... As long... I just need to stay alive, that's it. Stay alive and get some heals. Alright.
Oh, let's break it!
Better. So like, I didn't even do all that much, really. But like, Lucio's passive healing ability is so good. The most I can, like, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying is, I think Smoking Cannon did pretty good, from what I remember. Who is Texas Titan? I'm gonna give you a shot color too. Remember. Let's do this. Damage, I think. Yeah. 9,000 heal is not too bad. But yeah, my team was doing a really good job with DP. I'm not used to my team members being that good, honestly. Maybe it's a console player thing. Maybe it was where I was at with how the rankings and pointages, like points, like where they put me on teams. But a lot of the stuff that I say is like based on people who are intermediate player levels, like beginning intermediate player levels. So it's like they've played a lot of Overwatch and they know generally what the characters can do, but they're not very good at utilizing them in team environments. They're not thinking about the other members of the team, and usually they're just like doing things based on like what their characters should be doing. So they're not very good at adaptation. Like those are the kind of players I'm used to playing with, and I'm very surprised that, like, especially with these past few matches, I've been getting players who think very situationally and are able to do really good jobs with working together. I'm really surprised.
Inglorious combat!
I'll be busy soon enough.
I will eat more dumplings than anyone has ever eaten.
It makes me think, even though I spent a fair amount of time in Overwatch, I really wouldn't say that I'm a huge fanatic of it.
I'll have some.
But it also begs the question, like, I don't think I'm a fanatic in any particular series. I think I can appreciate, I can do a dumb wrecking ball thing, but I'll wait till the control point unlocks. Build the bolts. Shit. Thank you.
Myself in my house.
This is like a dumb wrecking ball thing. It's not really all that helpful. It's just like something that scares off like people who don't know what they're doing. I cannot face that Reaper as a wrecking ball. And what's that Reaper doing that far away? That's just that Reaper does not know what they're doing.
Heroes never die.
Taking care of that Mercy was get kills. That's a soldier on the other team? Yeah. Like getting picks. Yeah, I need a guy off here.
Zarya, ready for duty.
Because, like, the Wrecking Ball's ult is probably going to be my most useful thing here. My aim is not great. And I'm just not going to get a lot of damage with the Wrecking Ball, honestly. Honestly, it's a tank.
Enemy turret ahead.
Shit.
Helden sterben nicht.
Power overwhelming.
That was not a good ult from my standpoint. I tried to position it a little bit better.
We're all soldiers now.
But I mean, it got us another 10%, so 10-15%.
Junkrat primed and ready. Enemy turret ahead.
Their Mercies are doing real good, honestly.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Thank you, Mercy.
Powered up.
Heroes never die.
Anyone needs some healing?
Alright.
Much better.
Shit.
Enemy turret sighted.
Player 2 did a good job.
0-1.
They had, but the other team is not perfect because they had a player that didn't know what they were doing.
All systems checked out. Ready for combat maneuvers. Play nice. Play far.
死の匂いか。よし、いつでも来い。
Like an Egyptian. Flying the friendly skies.
basically all I...
I'm on the objective. Come join me.
Yeah, getting fixed here. Shit, that Hanzo's out for me.
King of beauty. Worked hard on that.
Kowalski's doing a good job, honestly. My goal here... just provide damage from the back. It distracts them.
That's what I made you for.
Shit, wow, they did such... That guy's such a good job.
Soldiers 76 reporting for duty.
But it's just about lasting. Making sure that we get enough time to build. And Kowalski's doing a really good job. I'm surprised.
Worked hard on that.
These turrets are not lasting. Shit.
King of beauty.
Zenyatta is here.
Take my turret.
Zenyatta is everywhere.
Show them what you can do.
So right now what I want to do with Torbjorn is build ults.
Objective.
A lot of it's just building
At your
ults.
service. I am taking the objective.
Great things for you. I have big plans for you. Turret's under fire. I worked hard on that.
Alright, let's left shift here.
Such potential.
Shit. Thank you, Hanzo, you saved my life.
Much better.
It's very dangerous. Shit. Yeah, my team's pretty good, honestly. If I'm not actually
on, let's bring
getting
it together.
eliminations kills.
Mercy on call.
Oh, this is my jam.
Hanzo, at your service.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Oh my god, that one's why are you trying? I could have Lucio'd. Yeah, Bloodline's not that good. Yeah, once someone's going to be important and us charging.
My
He didn't wait for all
business,
of their characters to be there.
Enemy turret.
Winston reporting.
We're not.
Viva reporting in.
Fuck. I was hoping to get into that window right there. Kowalski was really good on the other side, from what I recognize. I don't know what I did exactly to get Chuck Collar though. Sportsmanship it's interesting the way those endorsements are. I'm not sure, usually the way that I interpret them is I usually give sportsmanship for like people who didn't do so hot, but also the enemy team can give it sportsmanship. So like if the other team can recognize like, oh, okay, well, I guess the point I'm getting at with the great sportsmanship ones is like it can be either a good or bad thing. So you really can't tell with that one. It really is the purple like good team player versus like the gold leader endorsements. Those are like the ones that you're confident that the other team or whatever players gave you those endorsements are actually appreciated the stuff that you did. But yeah, I got a gold. I don't know exactly what for though.
Traveling to Horizon Luna Colony.
Alright, this is probably going to be my last one.
I am familiar.
What time is it?
I look forward to
I kind of want to
My purpose is to create order.
play some games on my own without streaming.
Keep to the plan.
Maybe either
Be ready
Mist
to
or
adapt if
something else
necessary.
that's a little bit more, requires a little bit more brain power. And then after that, my plan is to get a big meat pizza, energy drinks, and yeah, just chill out. I'm lucky enough that I have the place to myself.
One.
Like this afternoon and tonight. Kind of sucks that like everyone that I've talked to is busy.
Adapt to changing battlefield conditions.
But yeah, we'll make the most of it, I guess.
Teleporter online. Eyes on the bad guy.
It was not really good. He has to run. Where is he?
Finishing them off.
Alright. Go here. Shit. Come on. Shit.
Orisa online. Ash here.
God, I'm building. Oh my god. Arissa. I don't know if I should have waited to hold for ults. That might have been my bad to charge in a little bit too prematurely. But now we have some healers. I'll be able to help out because it seems like my team charges a lot. Or like, they focus on killing.
Weekend burst activated. Fatwa bello.
Alright, we have 2 Baptistes. We can definitely charge by this point.
Get in here.
Alright, just to be safe. And finally have this point. Took us a little too long, but it is what it is. The next point is going to be really tough to take. It doesn't seem like our team is really good at grouping up together. And this is a really hard point to take.
Get in here. Get inside. All better. Let them out. Is it hot in here or is it just...
Nice, we did a really good job.
Victory.
I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Play of the game.
I think, yeah, Cheesy did a good job as Marissa. There's other Baptiste. And then others. I think the ult from... who's that girl called again? Look at Baptiste. Yeah, so the sportsmanship, I don't think, like, I feel like the other person, whoever did it, they did it because of my Mei play. But honestly, like, it's not like the other team did, like, super, I think it was probably from the Orisa, because of the Mei situation. There was that Genji that needed to be taken out. I had low health, so actions I should have taken there was I still should have gone to the ice thing to heal up, but if I were to do that and focus on saving myself, then I really needed to save myself and get that ult, which I didn't do. So it was my bad for sure. But that Orisa really should have taken out that Genji. It was like low health and they were doing nothing. They were just mad. That being said, the Orisa stayed alive, and tanks staying alive is like, you have to give them some sort of endorsement because not a lot of people stay alive as tanks. Baptiste the other Baptiste healed and did a good job of healing. So, that was good. Yeah, Overwatch is definitely one of those games where, since I put so much time into it, I can play it without really thinking. And it's just a good, like... It's engaging, but not to the point where, like, it burns me out. So... yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to handle streams from this point forward. Because doing a lot of... I think doing variety streams is very... I think it's popular when you're a popular streamer. I do not think it's popular when you are a noob streamer. So I think with a stream situation, as far as it goes, as someone who's new, as someone who doesn't really get any viewers, I think what I need to be doing is stuff that I find fun. So it actually might mean less game stuff, and not necessarily stuff like... the reason I bought this Overwatch account just to play for streams, because I knew that I was going to be relatively better at this game compared to games I'm just starting out with. But I'm starting to see like that I have this huge opportunity here. If I'm like starting out streaming and no one's watching me, I can stream whatever I want basically, and I should be streaming stuff that I want that makes sense to me, and the stuff that makes sense to me is skill sets that I want to grow. So I really am thinking about doing piano streams, and I looked at like the music subcategories for on Twitch, and those don't honestly get that much viewers. Like I think a lot of people who watch the music, tune into the music streams, are looking at like people who are DJing, and the piano streams don't get a lot, but I think playing the piano is something I kind of want to do in terms of more consistently doing that, like maybe once or twice a week. I have this. One of my like miniature goals in terms of playing the piano is learning the Final Fantasy 15 piano collections, like basically the entire album for that, because it is such a beautiful arrangement, beautiful score, especially for piano, and I think it might be interesting for me to just play it on stream and progress, or like record my progress to a point where like maybe a year or 2 years down the line, where I have all that stuff. Like I start out now not knowing how to play any of that song, like any of those songs, but after like a year or so, being able to, knock it out of the park. That's one thing I'm thinking about doing. The other thing I wanted to do was figure out a way to do study creative streams. Like studying streams I can kind of get. Like you have some I'll link to like the chill hip hop playlist. Have that in the background. Have some sort of timer on screen so that like the first 40 minutes, like a 40-minute countdown for like just concentrate on studying or do whatever creative project that you're doing. Just like 40 minutes of like focus on a project that you want to do. Like I'm going to be focusing on like either studying or on writing on whatever creative project, and then the next 20 minutes just chat, or I guess it would be on me to find something entertaining to present with the last 20 minutes. So I'm considering doing that. I'm thinking about like long-term stuff, long-term, and with what I want to do now and build up the habits for, so that like a year down the line, if I'm still streaming, these are things I'm going to be consistently doing, and this is how I'm going to build my audience. Because definitely you can build your audience through basically any way, like any way that you want to. The size of the audience is going to be different depending on what you do, but that's not a huge concern to me. I think it's more about the quality and the kind of people that are actually tuning in to watch streams. So yeah, I'm thinking a lot about that stuff. I feel definitely it's a little early, because I want to pace myself. The first month of me like just streaming and trying out is like basically trying out and being experimental. So trying out how I feel about like doing variety games as a streaming now, which I found out that it's not great for me. Additionally, having COVID and not being able to stop coughing was not great for the beginning stream. So knowing to be healthy when you're actually streaming to make sure the content is good, that's important. Yeah, and like I mentioned, like Overwatch, like I think that Overwatch is a good streaming game for me because a lot of the foundational stuff I already know, so it's easier for me to just like talk and say random stuff while playing. I do like Tetris because that's another game where I spend a fair number of hours playing, so I can talk while playing the game. I do think playing new games is going to be useful, but I feel like it's probably going to be like I would have to play like new games, like games that just released, in order to maximize my reach. And the thing is, like, I enjoy a lot of the new games I enjoy playing basically come out for the Switch, and I don't have the capture card for the Switch, which is a little tough motivational wise to like find games that just come out and I'm excited about for. Like there's going to be a rumor has it that there's going to be a new Fire Emblem game coming out for the Switch, and I love Fire Emblem, one of my favorite series for sure. And it sucks that I won't be able to stream that because I do well in Fire Emblem, and that's a game I think I can talk while playing. Yeah, there's a bunch of games on Switch which I haven't played, but because I'm so familiar with a lot of the games that are on the platform. Those would be really good games for me to like talk over while playing, because I can actually talk. So yeah, I guess I'm just very appreciative of this medium, because I got like definitely a lot. Being able to watch streamers in the past helped me out quite a bit. Like it made me feel less lonely. It added a little bit of spice and variety in my life. At a point in time, especially like a couple of years ago, where the best thing I needed to do in life was just like keep things steady, even though they were a little bit boring and not exciting. But it was important for me to keep steady during that period. And watching streams like helped kind of dull that, like, I guess dull the anxiety of wondering about the future. And so now I'm in a position where there's a lot going on right now, outside of my personal interests in like in internet culture and streaming and all that stuff. And there's a lot of stuff to be on top of, but there's always a soft spot in me when it comes to things that are creative. And so it's hard for me to imagine spending my days not being involved, either watching streamers or thinking about that area. Which is why I wanted to start streaming in the first place, really. It was just like to still be involved in this, in this very fun thing. I don't think many people are going to be watching this, given my viewership count on YouTube, which is fine. But by the off chance anyone happens to come across this portion of the video, I just hope that things are going well for you, and if they're not going well for you, that you can use streaming as a way to, like, watching other streamers, trying to figure out what to do next or how to, like, just survive life. Being able to use that as a way to, like, introduce some good in your life while you figure stuff out, because eventually stuff gets figured out. It just takes time, at least from my experiences. And I feel like that applies to a lot of people. A lot of things just take time, and you just need to find a way to be able to cope with the time. And I think watching other people and having this friendship humor with streamers is really good, particularly if you're not in a situation where you have close friends that are nearby. Like, having access to friendship humor helps tide things over for sure. All right, well, have a good rest of your day. I'm out to get some food and just chill out. All right, have a good one.